to recall underperforming members of parliament may not be realized before the next general election in 2027. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, IEBC, says there is currently no legal framework or procedure in place to facilitate such a move. The electoral body cites a legal gap that was highlighted during a court case filed by Katiba Institute and Transform Empowerment for Action initiative against the Attorney General.
The electoral body IEBC says at the moment there is no clear legal framework that defines the grounds and procedures on how a member of parliament and senators can be recalled from their office. According to IEBC, the gap to recall MPs and senators came up after the High Court's ruling in Katiba Institute and Transform Empowerment Initiative versus Attorney General. This means that the efforts of Kenyan voters to recall their members of parliament from office will be a tall order if at all MPs reject IEBC recommendation forwarded to Parliament. IEBC says when Parliament amended the law to address the recall of MCS, no such amendments were made regarding MPs. The Commission has now submitted recommendations to Parliament, urging the enactment of clear legal framework to govern the recall process for MPs and senators. As we speak, a section of Kenyans had already started the process to recall a number of members of Parliament, including Nairobi Women Representative Esther Passaris, on grounds that she undermined the constitutional right to protest and public participation. The voters claimed that Passaris has violated a number of articles in the Constitution, including Article 10, 35, 37, 73, 75 and 95 and 232 of the Constitution, and breaching Chapter 6 of the Constitution on matters leadership and integrity. The Elections Act stipulates that an MP can only be recalled at least 2 years after being elected and not less than 1 year before the next general election. The signatures must include at least 15% of the voters in each of at least half of the wards in the constituency. The voters will then submit their collected signatures to the IEBC. The signatures must be accompanied by a list specifying the grounds upon which the petitioner wants the MP sent home, evidence supporting the claims, and a statutory declaration satisfying the signatures. The next step shall be IEBC will verify the signatures and the validity of the petition. If the Commission finds that the petition meets the threshold, it will notify the MP, who will then have an opportunity to respond to the allegations. IEBC will then notify the Speaker of the Parliament within 15 days. Paul Kirobi, TV47, Nairobi.